Oh, there we go. This is a little preview for you from the taxi as we go, but we're very close to getting started, and I didn't want to make you guys wait any longer. So just consider this a brief little introduction as I pay for my taxi and get it going from there. What's up, DJ? Hey, Chloe. See you guys in here. Getting into one of the more exciting areas of Paris here. Enfin, ça me va bien ici aussi, monsieur, si vous voulez. Ouais, c'est facile ici aussi. Ok. Je vous en prie, merci à vous. Oh, look at that. Cool. Merci, monsieur. Et bonne journée, bonne soirée. Au revoir. And here we are. Should recognize this. Voila. Figured I would skip the metro because I wanted to be here as close to on time as I could, and I was already late. But we're gonna start from the foot of Montmartre and we'll work our way on up. Go see some stuff. Of course, starting with you know, some sexy party places. Thanks for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate it. Let's give the Moulin Rouge a little look-see. A Moulin Rouge. The red windmill is what it literally means, just in case anybody was ever curious. Pretty fancy. It's basically like being in the Netherlands all of a sudden. There you go. So we're at Blanche is the metro stop, your metro stop it sounds like. Glad you could make it as well, DJ. There's a Starbucks. We did just walk past the Starbucks, and there's a Quick over here, which normally in my vlogs I try not to say anything negative about anywhere, but Quick, the most ironically named fast food restaurant possibly in Europe. It's anything but. So we have Blanche here, and we're probably going to end back down at the bottom of the hill at some point. But I thought we'd start down here and work our way up. Moulin Rouge is. It looks like it's not. They're not rouging right now. Ain't no dancing going on, unfortunately. I've never been. I should go one of these days. I will go. I have a friend who is in the cabaret scene, and she was going to work for a different house, not Moulin Rouge, and she ended up opting out of it in the end. And she really wants to do like a series of videos on cabaret with me at some point, so we might have to do that. That'd be quite the different take. But looks like here's the English version. On the decision of the French government forbidding gatherings of more than 100 people, the Moulin Rouge suspends all performances from the 13th of March until the 15th of April. Oh, so they should be open now. There we go. You can send them an email and find out more if you want. But I should look into that. See what's going on. Be tricky, but you know what? We can only be family friendly for so long, right? This YouTube channel's got to grow into sexier territory at some point. Much better live stream so far. That's good. We'll see how that holds up. I think it helps that we've got all the streetlights on to start, but honestly, the Xiaomi might just not be where it's at. So let's take a stroll on up the hill. If I ever run out of breath at any point, you know, then it's the hill's fault. Totally not my fault. I'm in such great shape. Of course. I'm glad it looks better so far. I'm on the iPhone 11 Pro right now, on the same network as last night. Probably in a little bit more of a accessible part of town as far as the networks go. But yeah, you guys will see the difference firsthand here. So we're on the iPhone right now. I figured, you know, the iPhone could have Montmartre. It can get a little edge on the Samsung. But yeah, so I'm gonna stroll. As stories come to me, I'll make sure to drop them. If you have questions, I'll try to answer them. If I miss anything, forgive me. And otherwise, just kind of thought, you know, it might be nice for those of you who are missing on Paris and who love Montmartre like I do. Maybe it'd just be nice to go for a little stroll together. Kind of like a post-dinner digestion aid type of a stroll. So you can imagine that you're, you know, fresh out of a good meal. Those of you that were saying, I saw in the comments that people were worried that I hadn't eaten anything. Oh, hey, here's the the cafe from Amelie, right? I think her picture's in the back. Don't want to get in people's faces, but yeah, Amelie, there you go. There's so many people there, I don't want to shove the camera in their faces, but what was I gonna say? Something, oh yeah, I did eat an early dinner, so for those of you wondering why I'm running late, I went to the Eiffel Tower today for the first time in forever to get a new Space Invader that went up just before quarantine. I think it was right before quarantine. And so then we haven't been able to get it until now, because even after quarantine, they weren't opening the top floor of the Eiffel Tower. So I wanted to go there and I wanted to get, some shots. And then my friend Anne had never been, so I took her. She's very patient with me. I did a patron only stroll at the very top, which was rough because the reception was really bad up there. And still got it done. And here's a little bit of some street partying going on, a little bit. Very, very subdued, but it's there. You can get a look at the little terraces that hopefully they'll keep as time goes on. Hanging out on the street, man, I love this. It's something that's one of the benefits to all the changes for sure. What was that, Max? It's 720, what? Oh yeah, I don't imagine this is gonna stream in high def. I don't think I have quite that good of a connection or a plan. But here are people out, drinking and smoking. Man, okay, I gotta move. This is one of those neighborhoods. There are a few neighborhoods in town where every time I walk through them, I'm like, oh man, I could live here. Definitely gotta live here. Hey, Desiree, thank you very much. Champagne gang with the nacho hookup. Wait, is that, oh no, it's not. I was gonna say, is that a new Space Invader? No, it's not. So we got a little bit more action going on here. Now, the question is here, we're gonna make this interactive. Do you want me to go around the hill to the left, which will take me back up and around to the top, kind of the quiet way? Would you like me to go up towards the old Moulin here, which is also going to be pseudo quiet, but a little less quiet and steeper? Or do you want me to go that way towards Abbesse, and we go through Abbesse and up the hill that way? I'm going to take votes. So we've got option 1 to my left, option 1 to my left, 2 in the middle, 3 on the right. So give me 1, 2, or 3. First one to get 3 votes wins. I see third, left, right, Abbesse. Okay, we're going right. We're going to Abbesse. That one wins first. And no, I will not be showing anybody where anybody that I know lives as I go. Because that's not safe. That's no bueno. So much good stuff going on here. So we should, as we go though, that Moulin I was talking about, I think, should be right up there. Yeah, it's dark. You can't see it. But it's up there. It's like the last actual windmill here. And I don't know if it works, but nice try though, Mark. I know your tricks. Nah. I actually don't know how secretive he's been about that, but I'm not going to be the one that breaks any of those secrets. Oh, good. Julie, welcome from Australia, and hello to Australia. So I'm just going to kind of slowly stop, and turn around at times. Unfortunately, there will be no appearances from Oliver because he's in Sweden right now, living it up, having the best time of his life. Traitor Shanghai, there we go. It's kind of cool. It is really quiet up here. It's pretty nuts. I mean, this is the experience of Paris in August without tourists or Parisians. It's pretty bananas. There's some good spots around here. I have some good memories with friends up here. Really love it up here a lot. Speaking of Montmartre though, staples of the hill, French Laura, had coffee with me this morning, so you'll see her in tomorrow's vlog at least. So there's a friend. A little bit of music down there. Hey to the UK. Sorry if I'm missing comments, by the way, as I go. Hotel des Arts. Never been. Not much of a hotel guy, but I could be warmed back up to it, I suppose. Hey, Beverly, thank you. It's a great neighborhood. I agree. Ooh, hey to the P and Dub. I don't know about mask rules up here, so I'll just be keeping my mask on the whole time. So also, if you hear me speaking through sweaty mustache, maybe I shouldn't say things like that live. Maybe I should just keep that to myself. But you know, these things happen. Look at this terrace. I love this. It's gonna lower it a little bit so you guys can see it. All right, we made it. This is one of those corners you've seen before en Germain Pilon, but Vrai Paris, Montmartre. It's got a nice vibe to it. Looks nice, very photogenic. Never been, but I'm sure it's lovely. Now, we're gonna come to another question. Okay, get ready to vote, ladies and gentlemen. We have two options. Option 1, up the hill, past that cafe there. Option 2, through Abbesse and up the hill there. What would you prefer? Towards Abbesse, option 2, up the hill, option 1. First 1 to 5 votes is gonna win. I see we're at 2 each, 3 to 1, 3 each, 4 to 2. Abbesse wins. Abbesse pulls it in. Thanks, Jack. I saw that. All right. Whoa, Abbesse really wins. Good thing those came in right away. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. I'll show you a couple Space Invaders along the way too, if and you so please. This little alley here leads to a really nice little stairwell, and I don't know if it has an invader or not. I don't think it does. I always think it's going to, and I'm always disappointed. But there's one right here. That one is new as of like a year ago, and schmancy. And while we're here, here's the best. Here's the church. Here's the square, right? Option 3, stairwell passageway. Here's some lovely foxes that are having a grand old time, just snuggling. And then here's a nice little stairwell. Tain't so bad, right? It's pretty cool. Lots of little spots like that up here. It's funny because one of the things in living here for as long as I have on and off is that all these neighborhoods feel so much smaller to me than when I first lived here. When I first lived here, you know, there was so much to explore and they were so big. And now I feel like, man, I could walk so much of the city in so little time. And it's kind of nice. It just all feels so cozy. Cozy. So over here is the metro stop. And over here is the Love Wall, which I don't know if we'll be able to see. Might be, the park is locked and the wall is dark. But that's okay, because light will shine on love in the morning, right? What's up, Tony? It's pretty magical. Not a bad place to be. Oh, here we got some guys on a Citroën tour. So that's pretty exciting. Let's see if they get past this. Not a bad way to see the city, really. It's pretty iconic, really. Never done one of those. Could do one of those. There's a company that reached out to me once back in the day to see if I wanted to do one of those, and never worked out, but I don't know. Walking with you guys right now is making me want to explore more. So I was talking with my patrons. I'll say this more in the vlog tomorrow, but I'm going to be taking my my between season break here soon. Basically this week, since there's so much to do and get on top of before I take a real break, I'm gonna kind of pull down a couple of videos where I'm gonna do my video comparing these phones, which I'm gonna try and make a little bit more video-y and a little less vloggy, if that makes sense. And then I'm gonna do a travel vlog to talk about what it's like to travel in France in the age of COVID a little bit, on my way to a little vacay, because I haven't taken a real break for I don't know how long. Like I always end up working, so I'm gonna try not to work. Although I'll let myself write some. And then, from there, I will be coming back hot with a really cool season. We're on Rue Vieux-Ville, La Vieux-Ville. You want to see that? The old town. Street of the old town. And I've got some really fun ways of exploring the city. I'm really getting excited to come back in, early mid-September. And really hit it hard and explore a lot of, I don't know, I've got a different way of exploring the city that I'm very, very excited for. That was actually a viewer that gave me the idea. So it's cool. Okay, here's another option. Do we go up this stairwell that's now blocked because I was trying to get out of the way of that car? Option 1, up this stairwell. Option 2, up that street, and then we take whatever the first right. First 1 to 5 wins. Still trying to get out of the way of this car. Option 1's up this way. You got 2 for 1, 3 for 1, 4 for 1. Oh, it's 1. Okay, we're doing 1. The ones have it. Up the really steep stairwell we go. I wasn't trying to get out of this, but now that I'm about to do it, I kind of feel like maybe I was subconsciously. Here we go. Let's make a deal. Door number 1. Door number 2. A lot better. I don't know, Pullman's pretty great. Right now, Pullman smells great. Harvest. I could go for some real harvest smells. Here's a little bit of tags, some throw-ups, a little bit of street art. Bonsoir. Allez-y, monsieur, si vous voulez. Moi, j'aime. C'est moi qui est un peu chiant en ce moment, je vais. Turn around, let that guy get a head start on us and look down. Look at that. Tain't shabby. I miss Montmartre too. Thanks. Appreciate the kudos on my being in shape. There's an exciting nun with pink hair. I think that's totally acceptable in the nunneries of Paris, right? A little bit more street art. There's usually a bike here, so I guess they actually use that bike because it matches the shop. And there you go. Maybe they put it inside at night. I never, let's see. Yeah, they do. Look at that. The bike's in there. It's like a little artistically painted bike that matches like the mannequin. You can see that her boobs and nipples are painted on, and same kind of detail work there. Thanks, Yanni. I'm dying. Okay. Definitely getting a beer after this. Anyways, fun store. Never been inside. Seen it a million times. Never gone in. I always take photos. But clearly I need to patronize that. Support the arts. Anyways, sorry, a little bit of wind here. Thanks, Yanni. Definitely gonna go get myself a beer in your honor after this. I think I'm earning it. Talking and walking. Look at that. That apartment up there, above that shop, looks so awesome. Absolutely love it. Okay, sorry. People are having dates. I don't want to ruin the ambiance. It's very romantic up here. So I'm gonna keep going, but nobody's wearing masks. I don't want to wear a mask either. Okay, here we go. Oh, maybe that's just a house. That's just an apartment. What? What? I'm so jealous. Okay, hold on. Here's the question. Left or right? 1 for left, 2 for right. First to 5 has it. Left or right? Then up the hill. We got right. We got 1 for right. 1 for left. 2 for left. 2 to 2. 3 to 3. Oh, 2s. 1s. Oh, the 2s have it. Okay, so that means right. Right? 1 for left, 2 for right. Is that what I said? I don't remember. Correct me if I'm going the wrong way. Right? Okay. I don't know. Am I supposed to be going right? I confused myself. I guess this is the way we're going. It's all gonna work out. Don't worry. I have a loose Mad Libs / choose your own adventure style map in my head. So we're gonna get through this together. Hey Tulip, welcome to the party. Hey Jason, good to see you. So this right here, what we're walking by now, this is why it was worth it going right. This is the Arène de Montmartre. So this is the outdoor arena that's here, where my friends do their Shakespeare a couple times a year. And these dogs are having a grand old time, socializing. Somebody's playful. Here we go, up the stairs we go. Hope you're ready for this. Oh boy, am I ready for this? That's the real question. Actually, okay, so this is how you get into the Arène if you ever get tickets. Right across from Cochrane's, right? Or Corcoran's Irish pub. What we're gonna do instead, before we witness a dog fight, is I'm gonna actually go down. I'm gonna make more work for myself, I think. I'm gonna go down some steps and then up some steps just because it'll look nicer. And don't ever say I don't love you or do anything for you. Ooh, thanks, Eddie. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay, so here we go. Hope you're ready for this. I wish I could use the wide angle lenses while streaming. That would be so much better. Well, not so much better, but it'd be nice to be able to switch between them a little bit from time to time. Oh yeah. Okay, let's go up the left side because these guys are coming down the right. And away we go. Here goes the gondola on its way down. Fancy. I kind of feel like talking less when walking through the bars, just because I feel like I'm that obnoxious guy interrupting all the conversations. Looks like everybody's doing running groups. Whoa, this is a big running group. What is this? Vous faites le jogging en groupe, c'est ça? Vous avez fait le jogging ensemble? Un peu? C'est quoi le nom de la groupe? Adidas Pigal? Cool. Bonsoir. Cool. I could use more running groups. Need the extra motivation right now to get out and run. All right. Oh, look at this. There are people on the stairs. All right, let's see. PSG losers. Yeah, well, yeah, this is true. Yep, Paris is. I mean, this is empty. If you've ever been up here in August with tourists, this is super empty. Okay, next question. One, I know this for sure. One for right, that stairwell. Two for left, up this hill. And we're gonna do it the roundabout way. Left or right? Right is one. First to five. Two for left. Two. Oh, all the twos. All the twos. Oh, one, two, one. Oh, one and two. There we go. I think it was 4 to 5 in the end. We're gonna kind of zigging and zagging around a little bit. Left we go. It's gonna get windy up here. It was really windy on the Eiffel Tower. Like blisteringly windy. But really nice. And look, can you see the moon? Look at that. Little moon, little cloud. The iPhone is doing just fine. Yeah, I haven't been to Hardware Society in a long time. There's the Eiffel Tower. In the distance. Look at that. It's not what we're focusing on though, in case anyone from the Copyright Office is calling. It's purely in the background by chance. I don't really feel safe publishing my geolocation. Sorry, not a habit I'm gonna get into, but we'll show you the landmarks along the way. Happy to do that. There's something about, I need to come up with a good map though. You're not wrong. Like, here's a Space Invader, by the way, reactivation. Yeah, if we could do the walk. Oh, there's the top. We'll go around the front now. Yeah, if I could find the right app to do it and just like screenshot it or something. I don't know. I got to find a good secure way of doing that. I used to, because I have a running app as well that I do with my dad, and I always wanted to like share from it, but I don't know, just feel a little bit, feels a little risky, just a little risky, not a big risky, but you know, risky enough. Trying to be at least proactively thoughtful about these things, you know. I'm doing my best. All right, here we go. Here's the big reveal. Finally on top of the hill, and around the corner we go. And what do we find? Sacre-Cœur. Not so bad. It's up to Daytona Beach. It is dark. It is full on nightfall. But the iPhone seems to be doing just fine. I wanted to do like these evening ones partially because I knew, you know, more of you are awake and able to watch. Partially because I wanted to see how it would do with the old nighttime shooting, nighttime and evening time shooting. There it is. All right, so bring this around a little bit. Also, the gimbal's doing way better with this phone than it did with the Mi 10. Yeah, this would be a pretty fun place. You wouldn't be able to see them from here though, the fireworks, very well, because they'd be blocked by these trees. But that park, that little park we were just in would work. There you go. There's the view. Whoa, thanks, Lita. Appreciate that. Very nice of you. Got a bunch of locks up here. Alrighty, let's go see the Artist Square, hey? I bet you some of you want to see that. And there are some tourists. There are a few around. A lot of them are French tourists, which is kind of, it's interesting. You go to a lot of these locations where there are tourists and they're using French. They're speaking in French. As for the gimbal that I'm using, I don't actually know the brand. It's like, it's got a ZD, maybe it's ZD, something like that. It was a gift, and it has served me well for all my live streams to date that I've done with it. So it does the trick. It's a good little phone gimbal. Get a little bit of a upward view here. Hopefully the wind's not too bad. Forgive me if it's a little annoying. Unfortunately, unfortunately with the gimbal, this gimbal, the way that it's set up, I can't charge my phone while using it. And I also can't plug in like microphones or anything like that. A little bit of curly brackets there. A little, oh, the door. It's in shadow. I love this red door a lot. And unfortunately, you can't really see it right now, but you can see some red in the windows next to it, which is cool. Somebody's voting on something from a little while ago. Sorry you're missing out on that. Checkpoint? Well, they have security before you go in. Yeah, they just do a little security check, I think. I don't know how much you want. All right, here's the thing. I'm gonna bring you to another decision point. We have number 1 to the left with the artist square. Number 2 to the right, the park behind Sacre-Cœur. Which will you choose? The park that DJ Poser is talking about right now, or the artist square that everybody's already seen? We got 1 for 1, 2, 2, 2 to 2, 2, 3, oh, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, wow, well the ones have it. Boy, do they have it. Here we go. Off to the artist square. Oh, thank you, whoever. Ummy Bunny, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Taking you right to the artist square as requested. I've never been to this Irish pub before. I feel like that has to happen once in my life, just for 1 pint. I feel like it would be worth it. No idea what to expect from that. Got a lot of these little creperies and stuff up here. I always wonder, like, how insanely expensive is their rent? And like, how much business do they end up doing every year? Like, so many curiosities. Okay, real quick. For those of you that have ever noticed this before, have you seen that before? The water's coming out. So this little device right there, cranked into it. That's how he opened it. That's what they're doing. It's a system that Osman invented, where they pump water up into the gutters, and then it runs down through the gutters, and that's how they clean them. It's pretty cool. Whoa, thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. Whew, roadie beer. Well, if we find a good beer along the way, I totally will. I feel like everybody's closing, but that would give me an excuse to breathe a little bit for a second, which would be nice. Oh, ciders are a good spot. This is a good spot to just stop and have a drink. Gotta find a place that does some to-go brewskis here. I love it up here. Little back alley here. Gotta go check for invaders down there sometime. Whoa, hey, hold on. Thanks, Tony. Appreciate that. Future Guinness on you, I appreciate that. I gotta get to that Irish pub sometime. There we go. No, most people are wearing masks. I can't speak for tourists, but I feel like most people are doing a pretty job wearing masks. Especially in places where they're required to. But, you know, people are people. They're gonna do what they do. There we go. This is the artist square. It's I don't know what the days are. There's a schedule to it, I feel like, but they put these they basically build restaurant terraces out here all the time, and then sometimes it's just totally full of artists. I don't know what the schedule is, but okay. Next thing, do you want us to go down these stairs over here? That's number 1, or do you want us to go down through this way for number 2? Choose wisely, for you only get 1 chance. First to 5 takes it. That's number 1, and again, this is number 2. 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, 2. Here we go. We're going to the right. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate that. Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna be hungry after this. Whew. It's lots of walking and talking. The other reason I probably won't get a beer right now is just because I don't want to burp a lot on camera. Do that enough and edit it out as it is in real life. Oh, hey, so really quick tip. If you're here in the winter, see this place? Not the sensei place, but the Chez Ma Cuisine. So my cousin's home. So what that literally translates to. They, to my knowledge, don't actually have cabaret, but I'm really curious about that. We should look into that when we do our cabaret exploration fest. But this place is where I always go and get cheap mulled wine. Yeah, DJ Poser's on it. I've shared it a few times. But yeah, it's usually just like €2 or €3, and they have it outside warming up where that glass recycling. It's a good spot to get, you know, decent mulled wine. Is it the best mulled wine in the world? No, not going to claim that. Can't claim that. But yeah, worth it. And it's cheaper than everything else on that square usually, so worth going around there. And actually, to be fair, it's better than the stuff you get in like the Tuileries. And I've gotten mulled wine in the Tuileries and the Christmas markets, and the Christmas markets in Paris are so-so. Their mulled wine definitely less than so-so, in my ever so humble opinion. Here we go. Just enjoying it with this. We got some fancy lights over here. I forget what this building is. Is this attached? This is attached to something. I think it's a theater. And behind me, we have the Ambassade. Yeah, the low light on this thing is way better. I'm really excited to see how the Samsung does as well, because I feel like they'll do pretty well. And I'm giving it a real challenge. Oh boy, speaking of challenges, that guy's engine struggling to live. Okay, so from here, we're gonna start working our way down. Would you like, this is, I think this will be the last quiz. Do you wanna go this way? That's number 1. Or do you wanna go that way? That's number 2. 1 versus 2. Follow that guy for 2. Follow nobody, or yeah, hopefully nobody for 1. We have 1 1, 2 2s, 3 2s, 4 2s, 2 1s, 3 4 1s, 5 1s, 6 1s. We're going down left. The ones have spoken. It's all about that quick voting. All about that quick voting. Here we go. You can see the Eiffel Tower shimmering in the distance. A wee bit. Moulin Rouge to the right. Interesting. So they've got, hey, look, let's check this out. So they've got a little bit Moulin Rouge history here. It's interesting. In 1889, on the, oh, they actually have it in, I was going to translate and then I realized they'd have it in English. In 1889, it is an inimitable style. Inimitable, yeah. Unimitable. Anyways, Goule, Gris d'Agout, Sauterelle performed on the Moulin Rouge stage in the middle of rustle, shouts, and furious rhythms. Furious rhythms! The dancers raise their leg and interpret aerobatic figures, allowing to see their petticoat and panty to the delight of spectators. Ooh la la. My goodness, yep, there's some petticoat and panty. That guy is freaking out. Okay, and that's more of a modern take on it here. Cool. Yeah, we should go do that. I don't know if I'm allowed to film in there, though, is the main problem. We have to make connections and get permission, I feel like. But you can see all these different looks and styles. Photographers taking looks. That's cool. I have to get that figured out. Yeah, sorry about the wind. I put in a request for no wind and they denied it, apparently. Ooh la la, yeah. There's a lot of pro clutching that will come out of a cabaret series. I have a feeling that I might lose a couple of followers over that one, but I'll probably gain some, so that'll come out in the wash. Okay, we're going to, I want to go this way. There are people here. Okay, I've got a plan for where I want to end. Not a very good plan, but a plan. And we're just gonna, oh yeah, okay, this is working out great. Because see what I did here? You'll see in a second if you don't know already. Look at that. You see the Moulin? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Victory. Still managed to get it in there for those of you that voted for it and didn't get it. Almost there. It's kind of sad when you see like one restaurant with lots of people and another with none. I mean, it may be because one of them really doesn't deserve customers. I'm not saying that about this place. I don't know what the case is. But it's sad because I was like, oh, I wish they had lots of customers and we're doing great business. Looks really nice. Looks really cute. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Looks so cute. Super cute and super empty. All right, here's some cats. For those who love cats, we'll take a quick cat break. Look at those little kitties all painted up. €4 and you can have your very own hand-painted meme. Oh, kitty snuggles. More kitty snuggles. Kitties in baskets. Kitties playing chess with doggies. Kitties, kitties, kitties. Oh, all over the place. Wow. I did a video on cat, like what is it with Paris and cat postcards. I don't know if it's a very good video. It's a really old video, but the question holds fairly true. Whoops, 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 whoops. Whoops, 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 whoops. Cancel, cancel. All the meows, just for you cat lovers. All right, so the Moulin's up here and it's illuminated. I don't know if they just hadn't turned it on or we're looking up the wrong street. Very possible. Unless there's 2 of them. Dun, 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 dun. I've never eaten here either. Gotta try this sometime. See, this is really helping. Honestly, taking this stroll and just sharing the city with you is helping me want to explore more because I haven't been in a very exploratory mood, to be honest. And, you know, part of that's the COVID stuff and part of it's, I don't know what it is. Just not feeling it in a lot of ways. Get out of these here. Let them continue their date. Let's go through here. This is exciting. Other thing that's exciting is that since I have 2 phones that are Space Invader, I will be able to capture it, which is glorious. Whew, kind of windy though. Here, enjoy the moon. Glad I can just walk around. It's nice. Uh-oh. forcing us left. Woo-hoo-hoo, excuse me. Sorry about that wind. Look at how it's just us, just quiet, just strolling. See, and this is why I don't want to share my live location, because this is where I get mugged by somebody who's like, he's got a gimbal, get him. Oh, look at this little happy brick billionaire. Look at him. It's the Illuminati with a Monopoly Man stash, I guess. Yeah, the micro issues are there for sure. I'm definitely feeling that way. That's why I decided, like, it was hard because I wanted to finish out this week doing daily vlogging and not stopping, but I realized I'm just gonna not do well if I do that. So I feel like it'll be better for my videos, for you all, for me, if I just go ahead and like, all right, let's just call it quits early on the daily vlogging for my plan, which is already, I think, 3 weeks, and then put out a couple more videos this week that I can take a little more time on, and yeah, then go sleep for a little bit and then come back strong. I'm really excited for the next series, and I'm really excited. Which phone is the most user-friendly? That's pretty safe at night, to answer your question. I mean, you know, it's a big city, and there are risks involved in any big city, obviously, and muggings, petty crime happens here, but, you know, random acts of violence are pretty low, and you usually can see where they're going to be going down and get away from them pretty easily, so I'd say Paris is pretty safe. I'd say that the iPhone and the Samsung are both user-friendly in their own ways. I like the overall software in iPhone is just better than what Samsung has added on to Google, but I think it depends as much on what you're used to as anything. If I had just straight vanilla Google, I'd be really happy with it. See, I did this again. I brought you to yet another cool place that we voted on earlier and you didn't choose. Whoa, everybody wins. I don't know that I can make that possible for every route that I chose, but you know, the big ones. And I've got to, hold on, I'll take a moment I'll give you a nice view here and scroll for questions really quick. There's also 3 Space Invaders. Those all count separately right there. Let's see. Oh, the Samsung slow-mo is unbelievable. It destroys the slow-mo of all the others. Getting the Uber Samsung? Maybe. So the thing is about the phones, is that, or the Ultra, is that I have to be able to actually return them all if I'm gonna do that. Check out this cool old car. It's a GMC, no way. Whose is this? Somebody has a GMC truck here? This is blowing my mind. What? Chez Camille? Oh, it belongs to the bar. Bonsoir. C'est la voiture, ça me rend fou un peu en ce moment. Je suis américain, donc c'est bizarre de le voir à Paris. Bah, c'est cool. Bonne soirée. Sorry, I didn't even know. What do you call it a pickup in French? I don't know. I was going to call it a camion, but that's definitely not right. So I called it a voiture, and then I just felt, you know, a little maladroit, you'd say in French, a little off-kilter. Whoops. Super cool. So we have to make sure that I can actually return all these, that's part of the reason I got to quit earlier as well, because I got to make sure I do that before. So everybody always talks about where they stayed on vacation. Here's a place that just up here, I don't remember which building, but my family stayed here on vacation when I lived here. And all my sister, my dad, and my mom came and they stayed right here. And I was super jealous because it's a super awesome spot. And we're back towards Abest. We're going to go down the lower version of Abest now, is my plan. Oh yeah, I always have times where I feel uncertain about my French, but I think you feel that way about English too, right? Like we all have moments in our mother tongue where we don't understand somebody, where we mumble, where we forget words, where, you know, you have a hard time expressing yourself. And it's very similar in a foreign language. Granted, I'm much stronger in English than I am in French, but no, I feel pretty confident. Like when I hang out with like French Laura, for example, we pretty much only talk in French. That's not entirely true. Her English is good, and we talk in English some, but we tend to default to French the whole time. And I'm comfortable with that. I understand her perfectly well, and I can like express 90% of my thoughts, and then, you know, I figure it out as I go. But I think anytime you're learning a second language, you know, you're always your own harshest critic. And so it's good to remember that. And other people around you, as long as they can understand you, that's the main point. Yeah, I did circle back. Well, we could have gone down the backside, but this felt like a little bit more satisfying because I figured we could end near Pigalle. So hopefully you're all okay with that. What I'm going to do is, yeah, we can just go. Okay, here's the last. I said the last one was the last one, but really this is the last one. You want to go left down there, or you want to go right? 1 to the left, 2 to the right. We're gonna go down the hill either way, but you can. We're not gonna circle back this time. I swear it. I swear it. Left is 1, 2. Oh, left, left, left. Oh, left, 2. Well, left, left, left. It is left. The lefts have it. The ones and the lefts. They have a one. So yeah. Anyways, my little plan is contingent on being able to return all these phones, and if not, I'll sell them. And then yeah, I'm really happy with the Samsung, the S20 Plus as it is. So I'd have to look into it to see if it was really worth it to get the Ultra in the end. Because I'm really happy with it. And then if I was going to go with the iPhone 11, or if I was going to go with iPhone, I would wait to get the iPhone 12 because that's supposedly coming out soon. And I don't want to pay full price for an iPhone that's immediately out of date. However, that said, one of the things that could swing me, you're getting a preview, spoilers for my thoughts for the comparison video, is that if the iPhone 12 comes out with a better telephoto lens that can match Samsung's telephoto lens, then it's really in the game. Because right now, one of the biggest things for me is that the wide angles are basically the same. The main lens is also basically the same, but the telephoto on the Samsung is like 30% longer, which is bananas. So if that's the case, then, if they switch it up and they go for that longer lens on the 12, then it's really, that for me is one of the game-changing elements. So yeah, we'll talk about that. I'm also not gonna make that decision probably until after I'm done getting a little vacay time to just rest and think on things, But the Samsung does, oh yeah, I don't know. I'm being brave for sure. It's may not be the best decision I've ever made, but I thought it'd be really fun. I really wanted to try out these phones and really see which ones I liked best and which fit into my, vlogging workflow. Bananas is a very strong technical term, actually. Yeah, I'm a very technically minded person, if you couldn't tell. And yeah, no, I mean, like, I don't know, it's been really fun. It's been really cool. It's an idea that I've had for a long time and wanted to do, and maybe I'll do again with like a sponsor in the future, but kind of cool to be able to do it on my own and speak my mind and just go for it. And I'm fortunate to be in a place that I can, and thanks to my patrons for being the largest part in enabling that. And yeah, I'll return these this week and make up my mind after that. So, and then we'll see what, who else coming out with what when. But I am also getting there's a company that did ask if they could send me a smartwatch. Whoa, hey, thanks, Andrew. And so I should be able to play around with smartwatches here soon. And the Apple Watch, though, on the smartwatch front, definitely pretty amazing. So, oh yeah. Oh, the motorcycles are probably fine for the most part, right? So for me, the things about the iPhone that cramp my workflow. Sorry for those of you that have to give absolutely zero craps about the phone stuff. We're almost through it. But the iPhone for me is a little bit slower. So because you don't have a physical button to get to the camera, and the way you have to swipe, because I usually pull my phone out with my left hand and often film with my left hand, I have to stretch much farther to get to the little swipey thing. And I know you can push the little camera button as well, but you have to be accurate. You basically have to look until I get into the habit of it, I guess, to get there. And then I just feel like the steps that come after that are often a little bit clunkier to get to video. Where the Samsung simplified their menu, it's very similar in how it works, but they really simplified it. And so I feel like I can get into it right away. And those little fractions of seconds count when you're like on a bike or on your wheel, like this guy. And you're like, oh my gosh, that thing right there is super cool. I got to get my phone out and get filming immediately. And those seconds really count. And I had more frustrating moments with the iPhone getting it out in time than I did with the Samsung. So in my mind, at least, it's faster. And a lot of that comes down to with the Samsung, I can double tap the power button and be in the camera. And if it's not on video, then I just have one more step to do. Whereas I feel like with the iPhone, you got to get it out of your pocket first and then start getting into the camera, and can make all the difference in catching a moment or missing it entirely. So that for me is that's a pretty big one. Well, that'd be good. I mean, you can do the same. I have a shortcut on this phone, on my Pixel for video as well. So yeah, figuring that out would be helpful to set it as the default. Here, we'll go out into the middle here and see what kind of exciting things happen. So yeah, there are ways that I know I could get around. I can make it better. And honestly, like, that's not a deal breaker for me for the iPhone. It's just it's a hiccup in the workflow more than like something detrimental. And I was really impressed that the iPhone finally did get the thumb drive thing going, where you just plug it in and you can pull stuff off. However, we're walking towards Pigalle now, and so Pigalle is kind of the beginning of the sexy district over towards Moulin Rouge and beyond, in case you're curious. But sorry for the wind as well. Wish you could block that. The other thing about the workflow, though, that is really frustrating about the iPhone is that it numbers everything IMG_number. So it gives it all a number, whereas with the Android phones, it does the naming structure as a date. So it's a date stamp where you have the year, the month, the day, underscore, and then the time it was taken at, which makes it so much easier both to never duplicate anything, but also to find stuff when you're looking for specific times and days. Look at that apartment. That looks so cool. How do I get that place? Anybody know? You know, send me an email. Looks like a place, actually, I think I've been in that apartment. No, not that one, but I've been in an apartment that's very similar. Very similar. I think that guy heard me say that. He was like, what? What do you mean you've been in my apartment? Get out of here, you weirdo. So yeah, so that's also another workflow thing that like it's kind of been driving me crazy, because I can mix the Android footage much more easily, although the naming structure is slightly different, but it just makes it easier to archive and to work with when it's named. It's the same complaint I have with my Sony and my Osmo. Maybe not the Osmo, I don't remember actually, but my Sony does the same thing. It just gives it, it just numbers it 1 through 1,000 and then starts over again. Yeah, and the Osmo does the same thing. So, you know, it's just a very, very niche, nerdy workflow complaint that's there. So, yep. Oh yeah, we're getting close to the Sexydrome for sure. We can stop in front of the Sexydrome for those of you that are curious. So I think that comes from, I'm sure I've said on at least one live stream before, maybe in my vlog, that when I first got to Paris, see, we're getting into like, went from like some bars into like, oh, there's music over here as well. That's one of there's a lot of music stuff you can buy up here as well. Stars Music is one of these massive places. Those guys got some good music for us. But once we get to Pigalle and beyond, it turns into a lot more sexy stuff. And when I first got here and was pretty green and, you know, small town country boy, didn't know what I was getting myself into, I saw this place, and it used to be in red, so it's in white now. We're getting harassed slightly by people on the side in case you weren't following that. But anyways, up here, that giant building used to be in red, now it's in white. I think it looked a lot funnier when it was in red, but the name of it is the Sexydrome. And I don't know what this says about me, but the first thing that I thought of was Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, who had the Technodrome. They're like, oh wow, so this is what Krang did in his retirement, huh? And yeah, apparently Krang got into the sexy business, as it were. So you know, since apparently that's the walk we're on tonight, we can stop in front of that. You can see we're getting some Cine X and some other stuff going over here. And then Bouillon Pigalle, where I went for dinner the other night with some friends, as you saw in my vlog, where they fabricate a line outside to make you think it's cooler than it is. It is cool, but they definitely, that line is not because it's full. It's because they make it be a line at all times. Just the way it goes. Oh, thanks, Kevin. Appreciate that. You've eaten at the restaurant to the left? Cool. There are a lot of good restaurants up here. Lots of good spots. Okay, maybe we'll stop here. See if I can get you a little bit more of a view of the Sexydrome here. Because it's, I mean, you've seen it now. That's it. People under 18, close your eyes. Yeah, all minors, please. Close your eyes. But yeah, so this is a little bit of Pigalle. And like I didn't want his image taken, apparently. Whoops. Not wearing his mask. When people are wearing their masks, they're much less worried about it, which is nice, walking around the city. And one last Space Invader there as well for you. So anyhow, thanks for watching, everybody. This has been a stroll through Montmartre and a little bit more. Went about 20 minutes longer than I initially planned, but that's fine because I love hanging out and just getting to share a little bit of Paris with you. And yeah, I'll be doing one more this week, one more live stream, so keep your eyes out for that. I'll keep this from the bikers so that they don't feel betrayed by my presence. There's some cool bars down there. There's great stuff all around here. Some really good stuff. Oh yeah, also this is a sexy district, so maybe people don't want me filming them walking into the sexy stores. Let's walk back this way. Didn't think about that. Whoops. Not where my mind goes, at least, I guess. But anyways, yeah, I'll have one more live stream with the Samsung to wrap that up. And again, yeah, 2 more videos coming out this week. And then a little bit of a break. And I'm sure some scattered videos as time goes on. And then be back to the daily vlogging and kind of a different format and approach that those of you that are fans of the 2020, I believe, will really enjoy. And yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful night wherever it is you are tonight. And I actually might walk back over there and get a photo of the Moulin Rouge because I didn't do that. And that sounds like a good idea while I'm here. And then I'll be out of here. So have a nice night. I also should find some food. Thank you for the beer money. I'll make sure to have a beer in your honor tonight. And yeah, stay safe, you know, wear your mask. Thanks to Chris for my fancy mask. I love it. And yeah, I'll see you guys, yeah. Tomorrow morning, there's a vlog coming out tomorrow morning, yeah.